Okay, hello everyone. It is Monday. Gosh, is it already the 12th of September? It is Monday, 12th of September. We're going to be working on the lower body today. Okay, of course we work the entire body when we do these classes, but we have a bit of a focus on the lower body, mobility as well as strength. So come standing on your mat, please. Bringing your feet. So we're standing on our mat just now, feet hip width apart, toes and feet pointing straight forward, and see if you can open up your toes, and at the same time do a slight dialing out of the feet. There's a nice little dial out of the feet. Knees are soft, hips are back a little bit, chest is raised. Take your right hand and place it over your heart. Take your left hand and place it over your belly, just above the belly button. Close your eyes, everyone. And begin breathing deeply and slowly. Feeling the expansion of the body as you breathe in, and the body recedes as you breathe out. Keep the breath in and out through the nose. And notice the rhythm of your breath, coming and going. Just allow it to happen, the arrival and the departure. Notice now how you're feeling from your feet to your ankles, to your knees, to your thighs and hips. Notice from your hips to your shoulders down to your hands. Notice your neck, your jaw, and how you're feeling emotionally today. Softly bring your arms down by your sides and find now your perfect posture. So chest lifts, chin is lifted, arms are stretched straight, knees soft, hips back. From here, we're just going to do a soft, gentle squat, bringing your hands to your heart center as if you're going to sit down into a chair. And then come back up to standing, arms stretched by your sides. And again, sink down, hands come to heart center, and rise back up, arms stretched by your sides. So from the side, it looks like this. We simply sit, hands come to heart center into a little chair, and then coming back up. Breathing out, we'll sit down. Breathing in, rise back up. 2 more times, just for you. Sitting down. Rising. Last one, let's sit. And rise. Good. Bring your hands back to your heart center, clasping your hands, push your palms skyward. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, lean to your right, lengthen out your body as you do this, breathing in, rise back up. And we change, breathing out to the left, and breathing in, rise, good. Breathing out, go to the right, just warming up the back and to the left. Get the side body lengthening, and this can feel really good. One more time each side. It's as if we're yawning in the morning, getting that good stretch coming out of sleep into awakening. Open your arms, clasp your hands together behind you, and stretch your arms as straight as possible, lifting the chin, open up the throat. Another deep breath in. And breathe out. Release your arms by your sides. Roll your shoulders a few times. Ah, good. And take a big step to the front edge of your mat, having the mat lengthened behind you, hands to heart center. And we're going to get moving now. Take a deep breath in. Rise, looking skyward, lift your chin. Feel yourself stretching long. Then bring your elbows down towards your knees and coming all the way down, touching the floor with the fingertips. Send your right leg back first, then the left, and you're in a plank position, everything strong. Softly lower your knees to the earth and softly lower your chest and belly to the earth. Pointing your toes, lengthen your legs behind you. Rise to a little cobra, then bringing your chest down to the floor, push up onto the hands and knees. Now from here, we're going to take some dynamic positions. We'll tuck our toes under and just lift the knees up. Just lift them up a little bit. So your back is arched, your knees stay bent, your toes are tucked under. We're going to sink back towards the heels. And as you come forward, raise the right leg behind you. Sink back towards the heels. And as your shoulders come forward, raise the left leg. And again, back towards the heels, then raise the right. Back towards the heels, then raise the left. One more time each side. Push back, raise the right. Push back, raise the left. Bring your left foot down, raise your right leg, and begin stepping forward. Right, left, bend your knees low, hands to thighs, lift the chest. You're in a little chair position, arms by your ears, and let's bounce. 3, 2, 1. Bring your arms down by your sides, lift the chest, and you should already start feeling the legs. Nice and warm, huh? Good. Hands to heart center. Let's go again. Deep breath in. Folding forward. Woo. Hands come down. Step your left foot first. Now the right. Lower your knees. Lower your chest. Pointing your toes, lengthening your legs. Rise to a cobra. Come back up onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, getting into that dynamic position. Knees come up off the floor. Raise your left leg. Bring it down. Raise the right. Bring it down. Raise the left. Bring it down. Raise the right. One more time each side. So we're not moving forward and back this time. We're just moving the legs. All right. Now the left leg comes up. Swing it forward. Stepping forward, bend your knees, hands to thighs, coming up into chair, and bounce it. 3, 2, 1. We're moving faster. You know, you feel this. Hands to your heart center. Going again. Deep breath in. Fold it. Woo. Stepping back. Right leg first, then the left. Lower your knees. Lower your chest. Pointing your toes, cobra. Lift up onto the knees. And again, raise the knees up and let's go. Right leg up, bring it back down. Left leg up, bring it back down. And again, right. Keep breathing as you do this. Left, right, and left. Here we go. Raise your right leg, swinging it forward. Moving forward, hands to thighs. Coming up into the chair, bouncing. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Hands to heart center. Going again. Deep breath in. Rise up. Fold it forward. Stepping back to plank. Left leg steps back first. Yes. Then the right. Move yourself down. It can be knees, chest. Yes. Point your toes. Rise to cobra. Come up onto your hands and knees again. All right. Left leg lifts. Yes. Then the right. Good, very nice, everyone. Then the left, then the right. That's beautiful. One more time each side, the left and the right. Yes. Lift your left leg, swinging forward, stepping all the way forward. Good, hands to the thighs, coming up into that chair position and bounce it. 3, 2, 1, good. Coming all the way up to standing, and you find your perfect posture. From the perfect posture, we're going to add on now. Hands to heart center. Bend your knees. Raise your right leg. Stretch it out in front of you. Bend. Stretch it out behind you. Bend again. Now listen carefully. Here's where we got a challenge. You're going to sink back into a chair, set your fingertips down in front of you, and send the right leg back, taking your plank position. Woohoo, something new. Lower the knees, lower down. Point your toes, rise to cobra. Push back, down dog, or crouching cat. Go straight into it. This time, right leg lifts, bring the knee in towards the nose. Right leg lifts again. Now bring it towards the right elbow. Back up again, towards the nose. Back up again, to the right elbow. One more time, to the nose. To the right elbow. You're prepped for this, you're ready. Raise the legs, swing it forward as far as possible. Stepping forward. Hands to thighs, coming up into the real chair, arms by your ears. 3, 2, 1. All the way up to standing, find the perfect posture. Yes, hands to heart center. Bend the knees. Raise your left knee. Up, stretch the leg out. Bend the knee. Send it behind you into that little airplane position. Coming back. Woohoo! Hands come to the floor. Send the leg behind you. Plank position. Lower the knees. Lower yourself down. Point your toes to cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Left leg lifts. Bring it to the nose. Back up behind you. Bring it to the elbow. Back up behind you. To the nose. To the elbow. Yes, one more time. To the nose. To the elbow. Swing it forward. Coming into that chair. Arms by your ears, bouncing. 3, 2, 1. Coming up to standing, perfect posture. We have 2 more rounds. Stick with it. Hands to heart center. Bend the knees. Raise your right leg. Stretch it in front of you. Rebend. Stretch it behind. Rebend. Bring your hands to the floor and send the leg behind you into plank position. Lowering the knees. Move down. Cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Right leg lifts. Let's go. Knee to the nose. Up, knee to the elbow. This can be the toughest part. Knee to the nose. If it's too much, you can bring the opposite knee down. To the elbow. One more time, to the nose. To the elbow. Swing it forward. Stepping forward into chair and bounce it. 3, 2, 1. Coming up to standing. Last round, everyone. Hands to heart center. Soften the knees. Raise your left leg. Up. Stretch it out. Yes. Rebend. Woo. Stretch it behind you. Rebend. Folding forward, keeping the foot off the floor, and step it back into the plank. Good. Bring your knees down and move to the floor. Well done. Point your toes into cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Looking great. Excellent, Evelyn. Lift up your left leg. Here we go. Bring it to the nose. Back up, then to the elbow. You bring it in as you breathe out. Back up, then to the nose. Back up, then to the elbow. One more time. Nose, yes. Elbow, woo, bring it up behind you and swing it forward. Excellent, everyone. Coming up into the chair and let's bounce it. 3, 2, 1. Coming up to standing, arms stretched by your sides. Amazing, really good, everybody. Arms stretched by the sides, lift the chest. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And again, set your right hand on your chest, your left hand at your belly. If possible, close your eyes and just check in. Check in, see how you're feeling. From your feet all the way to the crown of your head. Release your arms. Good. Bring your hands now to your hips. Softly bend your knees, and we're going to work the legs, just like we did with the standing and sitting in the beginning of class, but we're not going to go all the way to the floor. You'll send your right leg back behind you. You'll bend both knees and see if you can get the right knee to the floor. Touch it and rise back up, step your foot in. This is a very strong work for the legs. Left leg goes back. Now for this one, I want you to check that your front knee, your right knee goes more towards the baby toe rather than towards the big toe. It pushes out to the baby toe. Push into the floor to rise back up and step forward. Right leg again. Go as low as is possible for you. Careful that the knees, the front knee especially, goes to 90 degrees, not more. And it goes towards the baby toe. Pushing back up, stepping forward. Step your left leg back. Go down. Yes, go as low as possible, coming back up. Beautiful. Stepping forward. Change legs. We're going to just do it one more time on each leg. Step back. I want to remind you, if you have any knee issues, do not go all the way to the floor, okay? You just go part of the way down and step forward and change legs. Good job. Coming down and stepping forward. Now, hands to heart center. Keep your feet a little bit wider than hip width and feel that your feet are turning out. It's that engagement, a soft turning out. Okay? You don't actually move your feet, you feel them engaging. Sink down to a small squat. This is going to strengthen the quadriceps. And to add on the glutes and the backs of the legs, I want you to stretch your right leg back, touch the toes, and then come back to the squat. Left leg goes back, touch the toes, and come back to the squat. Okay. So for those of you who have any knee issues, this one is amazing for you. This one is going to strengthen the glutes, the backs of the legs, and notice how my knees do not go farther than my toes. The bend is just bending back the knee a little bit, and my knees stay over my ankles, okay? Avoid them going forward of the toes. Touch the toes and back. Now, we are going to touch the toes, lift the leg, touch the toes, and step back in. Left leg, touch, lift, touch, step back in, working the glutes, touch, lift, touch, back in, touch, lift, touch. One more time each side, back, lift, touch, back in. Last one, touch, lift, touch, Back in, hands to hips. Keep the knees bent. Stretch your right leg behind you. And here we go into an isometric contraction. We'll fold forward with the chest forward, raise the leg behind you. Standing knee stays bent and reach your arms out in front of you. If it's too much for your back, bring the arms wide to the sides. Holding here and breathing. 3, 2, 1. Come back up to that small squat, feet hip width, feet isometrically turning out to keep those knees protected. Stretch your left leg behind you. Same thing, folding forward with the chest coming forward, raise the back leg. Hold. Arms can stretch out in front of you or out to the sides. This, as many of you yogis know, is warrior 3. Holding 2 and 1. Coming back up, hands to hips. Whew. Stepping your right leg back now. So I'm going to do it on the other side so I face you. Step your right leg back and turn the right foot out towards the right. The left foot points straight forward. Hands to thighs and let your hips go back. This is tribal lunge. And we're going to set our left arm, left forearm on the left thigh. And we'll raise our right arm to the sky. Sink your hips back nicely, holding, breathing, looking to the sky. Woo, good. Excellent. Bring your right hand down and if possible to the floor. If it's too far to get to the floor, grab your tibia or your ankle of your left leg, okay? Then we're gonna softly straighten the left leg. Set your left hand either on the ankle, on the foot, or on the tibia as well. You could be up here if it's better for you. Or you could be down here. Find what's gonna work. Holding the position, back knee is bent, front leg straightening out. Feel a deep, deep stretch down the back of the leg. 3, 2, 1. Rebend both knees. Coming back, hands onto the thighs, lift the chest. Yeah. Bring your arms up and then the elbows down to the side for a cactus. And you're in an open squat. It's a cactus. And you're going to pull your elbows back and release. Again, back and release. Here we go. Back, release. 2 more times. Back, release once more. Woohoo. And letting go. Step your right foot forward, coming to perfect posture. Right hand on the chest, left hand at the belly. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And just notice how you're feeling. Hands to hips. Send your left leg behind you now and into tribal lunge. Okay, the knees bend. Bring your hands down onto your thighs. Hips go back. Your feet are at a 90-degree angle, one to the other. Set the right elbow down onto the right thigh and the left hand can reach to the sky. If it's too much for the shoulder, you can keep the left hand at the hip. Looking upwards towards the sky, let's hold it here. 3, that's great, hips back, yes. 2, this helps to get the femur bone into the hip socket. 1, good, left hand comes down to the floor, fingertips touching the floor. Or it can come to the tibia or the ankle. Right hand comes to the tibia, ankle, or foot. And we softly straighten the right leg. The left knee stays bent, hips pushing back, and we hold and breathe. Getting that deep stretch down the back of the leg. 3, 2, 1. Rebend both knees, hands to the thighs. Lift up the chest. You're still in the tribal lunge, perpendicular. Raise the arms, bring them down into a cactus position, and we push the elbows back behind us. 5 times. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 4, working that back. 3, it's helping with our postures, opening the chest. 2, good, 1 more. Woo, excellent. Release, push off your left foot, front edge of your mat, right hand to the chest, left hand to the belly. Take 3 deep breaths. Just notice how you're feeling. Hands now to your heart center, and we'll move to the floor. Take a deep breath in, rise. Folding, elbows come to knees, hands come to the floor, and step back to a plank position. Hold your plank. Keep your belly flat and tight. Keep your legs strong. Keep the hips lifted, shoulders opening, head lifted. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Stay calm. Stay focused. Another 3 breaths. 2. And 1. Good job. Lower your knees. Lower your chest to the earth. Hands underneath the forehead. And move the hips from side to side just to relax and let go. You can bring your head onto your hands if you wish. Lifting up the head and shoulders, we look forward just a bit. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Push down into the elbows to lift the chest. This is Sphinx Pose. There is a compression at the low back here, so you want to regulate it exactly what is the best for you. Maybe coming down a little bit is better by opening up the elbows. Maybe pulling the chest up and forward is better for you to take out the compression. Perhaps you also need to push the tailbone towards the heels to take out compression. Or if it's far too easy, you could press into the hands and lift the elbows, lifting up into a higher Sphinx. And keep breathing no matter what you've chosen. Keep the chest open, keep the chin lifted. And we'll slowly lower back down. Open your elbows, hands under the forehead. Move your hips from side to side. Lifting up, bring your elbows back underneath your shoulders, and your left hand, bring it in towards the right elbow so that you're supported on the forearm. Bend your right knee and reach behind you to grab either the foot, the ankle, the tibia, and softly bring the right heel in towards the glute. If it's hurting the knee, you do not need to grab the foot. You could even just be here, just bend a bit. So decide what's best for you and hold. Coming back down, hands under the forehead, and again, move your hips from side to side. Back up onto the elbows. Right hand this time comes in. Bend your left knee. See if you can grab the foot. If not, if it's too much, just reach your arm behind you and have the knee bent. You can grab the foot or the ankle, pull it in. Get that big stretch down the front of the thigh, quadriceps, as well as a little bit your hip flexors. Turning the chest forward, breathing in and out of the nose. 3, 2, good job. And 1, come on back down. Hands under the forehead, and we release, letting the hips go. Lift up your head and chest. Point your toes very strongly. Raise your legs. Now this is super important to be able to do this because it's the whole back chain from the low back all the way down to the backs of the heels that are contracting to get the legs up. If it's already good, maybe you just stay here. If you'd like to take it farther, bring your elbows to the side in cactus and raise the upper body as well. Hold here. 3, 2, excellent back work. 1, hands under the shoulders, bring your legs down and push up onto your hands and knees. Step your knees in softly and just here round your spine. Look to the belly button, relaxing the neck. And then we'll come back to a flat back. Now we're going to work again the legs, the backs of the legs and the glutes. I would recommend that everyone come down onto the elbows. We're going to be doing some movements and some pulses. Raise your right leg. Push the leg up to the sky and bring the right knee down towards the floor. Rise back up, then down towards the floor. Keep your head and neck relaxed. Rise up with the leg and down. One more time. Up and down. Now we're going to add on to this. Raise the leg up and I want you to bring it down, crossing over the opposite leg. So crossing the knees. You're tucking it behind the opposite knee. Push back up and we do it again. Cross behind. Push back up. Cross behind. Once more. This is raising some mobility as well in the hips. Raise the leg up, flex your foot now, and press for little pulses. 10, 9, 8. The stronger the glutes are, the better the legs are going to be able to carry you. And it's also better for the knees to have strong glutes. 3, 2, 1. Bring your knee down. Sink back as far as possible, either child's pose or halfway. Rise back up, onto the elbows, same position as before. Change legs, raise your left leg. Go up as high as possible, and then bring the knee down to the floor. Rise up, knee comes down. Go slowly, lots of control. Keep your breath. Once more. Now we'll rise up, raising the mobility up, cross over the opposite leg. Rising up, you're tucking the knee behind the other knee. And again, up it goes, and tuck. Go slowly, feel the mobilization in the hip. Yeah, one more. Good. Keep the leg up now, and begin pressing. Flex the foot. 10, 9, 8. Remember, the glutes are the best friends forever for the knees. You always need to work the glutes. 3, 2, 1. Come on back down. Hips back. Child's pose. Walk your hands back and come to kneeling on your heels. So if this position is not good for your knees, you can always be kneeling on your knees, okay? Right arm comes up and let's bring it down the back. Left arm comes back and reach up the back. See if you can touch the hands. If you cannot, see if you can crawl the fingers up and crawl the fingers down to see if you can touch the fingers. If you still don't touch, it's fine, it's okay. You're just reaching for it. And that's what creates the mobility and the stretch in the shoulders. Let's release. Fingertips on the floor, rolling the shoulders. And we change. Left arm comes up, reaching down. Right arm turns and reaches up. Go as far as possible for you. And we release again and roll the shoulders. Good job, everyone. Very good. Swing your feet around one side, come to a seated position, and we'll roll down onto our backs. Feet. We're going to walk our feet out first. So we're going to be doing hamstring bridge. You walk your feet out, toes point up to the sky. Your heels are down into the earth. The knees stay bent. Raise your hips up. Feel like you're going to pull your heels towards your hips and hold. This is isometric contraction. Super good for the backs of the legs and the knees. Keeping everything strong, we hold and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring the hips down. Step your feet in. Lifting the hips up. We're going to be squeezing the knees together and pull the perineum up towards the belly button, breathing out. Okay, here we go. Breathe in, open the knees. Breathe in, open the knees. And again. Breathing in. Breathing in. 3 more. 2. Last one. Lower your hips down. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide, and rest just for a moment. Frog bridge now. Lift the hips up in this position. Soles of the feet press against each other. You squeeze the glutes and the hips differently. The legs are working and press your hips to the sky. 10, 9, 8. Keep pulling the belly in and up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hips back down. Lift your knees up. Separate your feet hip width. This time, press your elbows into the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades tight, opening up the throat. Lift your hips up. Okay. Walk your feet in a little bit towards each other. Raise your right leg. And here we go. We're going to press up with the knee bent. 10, 9, 8. Keep lifting. Good. Keep holding it with this leg. 3, 2, 1. Now stretch this right leg straight. And we go again. 10. Yes, strengthening the legs. If there's any pain, come out of the position. Of course, never go into any pain. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back down. Woo! Feel that in the glute and in the thigh. Awesome work. Get ready for the other side. You lift your left knee up. Keep the knee bent. Get into the strength of the right leg. Here we go, pressing up. 10, 9, 8. Keep going. Keep breathing. Another 3, 2, 1. Stretch the legs straight. Keep the hips high as possible. Here we go, pressing. 10, 9, 8. Keep breathing. 7, 6. Getting stronger with each pulse. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring that foot down. Bring the hips down. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Just rest for a moment. Lift your knees back up. Separate your feet. Elbows into the floor once again. Yogic bridge. We lift the hips up and we hold. Engage nicely into the glutes, the legs. Keep the breath slow, steady. Keep your eyes focused on one point. Excellent. Raise your arms over your head, reaching behind you, and lower one vertebra at a time. Very, very slowly. Very slowly. When your hips are all the way down on the floor, stretch your legs as straight as possible onto the floor and reach with your arms over your head. Walk both feet to the right-hand side of your mat. So there's a curve now, and your feet are pointing out to the right as much as possible. Legs stay straight. Then reach your arms to the right-hand side. So you make a little banana with your body. Hold. And then we change. Walk your feet back to the center of the mat and walk them to the left. Pointing the toes, get really long. Arms go to your left, making that banana. We hold. Walk your feet back to the center of the mat, lifting one knee at a time to the chest. Wrap your arms around your legs and rock from side to side. Good job. Relaxing the back. Relax the legs. And let's cross completely the right leg over the left. Grab around both legs and pull them in towards you as far as possible. To go farther, if you'd like, grab the calves, the ankles, or the bottoms of the feet and lift the feet towards the shoulders. So you lift them up towards the shoulders and the head and hold. Releasing, bring those feet back down to the hips and switch. Just uncross, left leg now over the right, pull the knees in. You can hold here if you wish, or grab the calves, ankles, or the bottoms of the feet and lift your feet towards the shoulders and hold. Super good stretch for the IT band. Releasing and uncrossing. Let's take a happy baby pose, flexing your feet, grab the bottoms of the feet, lift them up, knees wide, happy baby. Staying in the happy baby, we're gonna stretch the right leg as straight as possible. You could grab behind the leg if you wish, or at the bottom of the foot. So it's half happy baby, half stretched leg. And then rebend and change. Stretch your left leg and hold. Rebend. Bring the soles of the feet together. Open your knees as wide as possible, stretching the inner thighs. And we hold this position. Relaxing, bring your feet together, knees together. Lift your hips up and shift them to the left-hand side of your mat. So it's just lifting the hips, shift them to the left. Open your arms and let your knees fall to the right. Stacking your left knee on top of the right knee. Turn your head to the left. Lovely spinal twist. By shifting the hips, we've aligned the hips along with the shoulders and head. Turning back, lift one knee at a time. Realign yourself, centering on the mat. Feet together, knees together. Lift your hips and shift them now to the right-hand side of the mat. Open your arms as you let your knees fall to the left-hand side of your mat. Turn your head to the right, spinal twist. Lifting your right knee first, left knee follows. Center yourself back onto your mat. Squeeze your knees one more time to the chest. Lift your head, nose between the knees. And lower your head softly to the earth. Stretching one leg at a time onto your mat. Setting your hands onto your belly. Take some deep breaths in and out. Softening the breath, soften your jaw, relax your face. Keeping your mouth closed, take the breath in and out only through the nose. And we'll do a little bit of breath control right here. We're going to count the next breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then breathe out twice as long. 8, 7, 6, control it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Double the out breath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Two more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Control. Breathing out. And let your breath go. Stretching your arms by your sides, palms facing the sky. Taking deep, slow breaths in and out through the nose. Relax and soften the feet and the legs. Come into awareness in your feet and your legs. and the strength and mobility that you have today. What kind of things can you do to increase your strength and mobility? Soften and relax from your hips to your shoulders. From your shoulders all the way down to your hands, soften and relax. From your shoulders through the neck and jaw, and all of the muscles of the face, as well as everything around the head, the scalp, muscles behind your ears even. Continue deep, slow breaths. And when you're ready, begin moving your fingers and your toes. Move your hands, your feet. Stretching your arms up over your head, stretch from fingers to toes. Yeah, and bring your knees in towards your chest, squeeze them against the chest and rock from side to side. Right arm to the right ear, roll to your right hand side, and lift up from the side. Good job. Let's bring our hands together, rub the hands together. Bring your hands over your face, softly tapping around the eyes. Shaking your hands out. Good. Bring your hands, just the fingers especially, at either side of the jaw, and make gentle, soft circles, pulling on the skin as well as the muscles. And this just feels so good. I do this throughout my day. And it really helps to relax the jaw and relax the muscles in the face. And it also helps with the TMJ joint, which is found right here in front of the ears, to help that joint to function properly. Sometimes that joint gets tense and can create headaches. Let's change the direction of the circle. And not only that, but if it's misaligned, we don't breathe well. Good. And bring your hands down in front of your heart center. Everyone have a lovely afternoon. Thanks for joining. Namaste. Just a little warning, you might be a little bit sore in your legs tomorrow. Have a good day.